Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. You guys know what video this is. This is the preview for Fulham versus Middlesbrough down at Craven Cottage this Saturday at 3 o'clock kickoff. Really excited for this one. Honestly, I'm really buzzing. Purely because when we were in the Premier League, I used to sort of look out for Fulham's results purely because they were playing well. Fulham are a pretty good side. When we were in the Premier League, they were a good team. And when we were in the Premier League, they were kind of a team that were kind of shouting out from the Championship to the Premier League, and many people knew who they were. Obviously, people know who they were already, but in terms of playing well, playing style, sort of, how Fulham were going. So when we were in the Premier League, I say, me in particular, I sort of heard about Fulham doing well, looked out for them. And you know what? They had a pretty good season last season. Obviously, unfortunately, it didn't go for them. Hopefully, this season, now it's sort of like battling between us and Fulham yet. You know what I mean? So hopefully we can get the win Saturday. We're 4 games unbeaten right now. Obviously coming off the back of a 3-2 win at QPR on Saturday at home. Hopefully we can make it 5 unbeaten. Who knows? I mean, hopefully. Next to me, got a lot of paper right here with a lot of facts, pretty much based on Fulham. We've got ex-players, we've got the manager, we've got the name of the stadium, in case you don't know what that is. Top scorers, the last time we played, their form, we've got all sorts coming. This is the preview, the Fulham preview. The previews are always jam-packed. I often spend about an hour on them roughly, just prepping for this video. So, yeah, obviously the review of Fulham will probably be done in the service station again. You guys are going to have to get pretty much used to this. On my away days, I will not be making a video when I get home, purely based on the fact that I can't sit in my setup because I share a room, and I can't really sit in a bus stop in case I get mugged and someone nicks my laptop and then I can't do anything then, can I? So, no, I'm not really describing my area very well there when I say we're getting mugged. But, I will making it probably in service stations on the way home, uploading it as soon as I get home. I mean, the other night, I think we're going from Aston Villa at 2:30 in the morning. Didn't go to bed till 4 o'clock because I just want to get this video out to you guys as soon as possible. This is the one that I'm doing. So we've got Fulham in front of me. The ground, if you didn't know what it was, or if you do know what it is, I'll give you 3 seconds to answer it in the comments. What was it? Name of Fulham's stadium. Go. 1, 2, 3. I hope you've all got your comment down. The actual name of the stadium is Craven Cottage. And then the manager, it's really hard to pronounce. It's like Slavica Jakanovac or something he's called. Yeah, I don't know what he's called. He's called something. But that's basically what the manager is. Slavica Jakovaniak or something. Anyway, they've got a weird name, the manager. The stadium's called Craven Cottage. I've been to Craven Cottage. Well, to be fair, it was a long time. Well, it wasn't too far long ago. I think it was back in 2006. It may have been. But I went there with my dad. It was a Tuesday night game, and we actually beat Fulham that night 2-0. Nemeth and Viduka scored. So if anyone remembers what year that was, let me know. I'm pretty sure it was around 2006, 2005 sort of time. I also went to Loftus Road to watch Middlesbrough versus Fulham when Craven Cottage was getting built, and they actually beat us 3-2 in that game. Nemeth and Marinelli scored for Borough. I've actually just watched it back. It's actually on YouTube, so I just quickly watched it back. I don't know why, because I knew we were going to get beat, but I watched it back up and then Borough may be able to change the result. Didn't happen, unfortunately. So yeah, I mean, that's in terms of Fulham. It's an alright stadium as well. I mean, the scenery is quite nice around it. The River Thames is right next to the stadium. It's practically attached to it. So yeah, it's nice to sometimes have a sit down. We all know now with my dad, like I say, we sat down and we enjoyed our nice jam sandwiches. We sat down and we looked at the Thames and we, saw the people on the boats going past, hoping them to fall in the water. But they never did. But we won the game 2-0, so that is the positive. Let's get into sort of loads of stuff in front of me right now, so I keep looking down. Top scorers now, they haven't really got top scorers, they've got multiple top scorers. Fulham haven't had an outstanding goal scorers so far this season. They've got a player who scored 1 goal and another player who scored 1 goal. So they've got roughly sat in front of me, how many is that, 7 or 8? They've got Norwood, he's got 1 goal. These have all got 1 goal, like Norwood, Johansson, is it, why do you have to sign a player that I can't pronounce? A.J.T? I think that was a bad way of trying to pronounce his name. It's basically A-Y-I-T-E. I don't know, I can't pronounce his name. Piazon, Cabono, Font, and Sessegnon. Sessegnon and Norwood I know a lot. Norwood's a pretty good striker, to be fair. Sessegnon, he's like a danger. I mean, a lot of Borough fans spoke about him after Tuesday night on the way home. Fans that would come past us asking if we're going to Fulham, etc. Which I am going to go to Craven Cottage on Saturday. It's an early start. I'm leaving my house at about 7:15 in the morning. So obviously it's an early start for me. Hopefully McDonald's isn't shut for maintenance again. Woodall Services, if you're watching, don't shut your McDonald's again. You know what I mean? I was very angry. Do you know what I mean? I want my Big Mac. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I'm at the gym, but when I'm not at the gym, I want my Big Mac. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Sessegnon, like I say, but Sessegnon, like I say, early start, hopefully get the win. It's a long journey to London. Let me tell you that, it's a long journey to the capital. London's probably my favourite place on earth, truth be told. I absolutely love London, but I will not love it for a few hours if we get beat on Saturday. Hopefully, hopefully we pull through. Fulham are currently 14th in the table, 10 points after 8 games. So, you know, we're like 7 places above them. We're 7th, and our form of our last couple of games were, well, I should say our last 5 games were, we've won 2, drawn 2, lost 1. It's not a bad record, but we're unbeaten in 4 games. Whereas Fulham, their record pretty much throughout the season has been 2 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses. Not as good as what maybe Borough's is, but let's not forget that they do pose a threat. Individual goal scorers here that can score goals, and they have scored against big teams in this league. I mean, if you go back yourself and even if you look at the form, you know what I mean, the scores against some big teams. Hull City, I mean, scored against them, Cardiff City, who were leading in the chase at one point. You know what I mean? So Fulham pose a threat at home, especially. There won't be an easy team to break down, I don't think. I feel like this will be a hard game. You know, we might have to dig in deep. But I do feel like with our 11, you know what I mean, I do feel like it's strong. I think Gary Monk did bring in reinforcements, but the ones that he stuck with as well, I feel like they are strong. Now, obviously, we're out. Well, obviously we're without a couple of key names. Obviously, Clayton had to miss Villa, so hopefully he'll be back after his suspension that he got against QPR. But he did miss a game Tuesday night, so hopefully he's back for this one. As we know, Traore is still out with his suspension from Aston Villa in the league a week ago. So my team is very different. We'll get into that very soon. In terms of like different things that I've just sort of jotted down in front of me about this preview, we've got players that have played for both clubs now. There may have been more. I've just named a couple that I could think off the top of my head, pretty much the ones that I've researched, and they were Franco Drew and Mark Schwarzer. Now, both of them individual players, I absolutely loved at Middlesbrough. I'm going to be honest with you. Franco Drew, for me, I loved that. I loved watching him. Obviously, I loved watching him at left back. I remember he scored a flipping class goal. I remember I was young. I mean, it was years ago. That's why I was young. Ran through the heart of the Blackburn team. Picked up the ball at left back. Ran through. Put it in. End of the game 1-0. Probably the deadest game you'll ever watch in your life. But what a goal from Franco Drew. And that's all that happened in that game. Sky Blue Franco Drew then came about after he scored that goal. And yeah, I mean, that was probably the deadest game. I think it was like a New Year's Day game or something. There wasn't many there, to be honest with you. But yeah, it was a dead game. But yeah, I mean, beaten 1-0. Just a little insight on Franco Drew. And then Mark Schwarzer, obviously he went to Fulham after he left Middlesbrough. Or did he go to Chelsea or whatever? Then Mark Schwarzer, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting so confused now about players going to different clubs. Mark Schwarzer did go to Fulham after his time at Middlesbrough. Mark Schwarzer, for me, he was just, I mean, I grew up watching Mark Schwarzer, so I can never have a bad word to say about the bloke. But yeah, I mean, Mark Schwarzer was almost like my #1 throughout my whole lifetime, pretty much until obviously late. Yeah, I mean, I loved Mark Schwarzer. A lot of people didn't. I think a lot of people in the Riverside didn't like Mark Schwarzer. I mean, heroics in the Carling Cup final, terrific saves made. Yeah, Mark Schwarzer for me, he's always going to be a G. And yeah, he's like an Australian god, I think. I think Australia used to love him at one point. So yeah, Mark Schwarzer, man, big up to Mark Schwarzer. I really enjoyed watching him at the Riverside. Really enjoyed watching him play, to be honest. Like I said, after the Carling Cup heroics, I mean, he's pulled off some great saves, apart from the obvious one. But, you know, we won't talk about the one that he let in. But apart from that one, you know, he sort of redeemed himself, and he did alright. Like I say, he won the Carling Cup, and it was happy days. But yeah, in terms of a different thing now, in terms of head-to-head, and I love doing head-to-head. You guys know how much I love doing head-to-head stats. So head-to-head, the last time, so I'm going to have to pretty much look at the bit of paper here, because I've written myself a paragraph out pretty much to basically explain everything so you guys know exactly what I'm reading and it makes sense to everyone. So, the last time the teams met, Borough and Fulham, obviously. Yeah, obviously, I don't know if you guys watched my Borough Fan TV interview, but I'm not saying obviously no more. So yeah, when people point out in the comments, listen, I took your advice. I ain't saying obviously no more until obviously I'm saying it now, but I'm not saying it no more. So, Borough versus Fulham, as we all know. They drew at the Riverside the first time they met, and that was in the 15-16 season. I think we met like a year later, and I was obviously in the cup. But as for the league competitions, and obviously, just say their stats I've read before, their form is not based on cup competitions, it's just the league. This is a league game. So the in terms of the head-to-head, so last time we met, we drew 0-0. 15-16 season, I was 0-0 at Riverside. We then went back up to Fulham later on the season, and we actually beat them 2-0. Albert Adoma, I think it was Grant Ledbetter, who was scoring in that afternoon of play. But I remember Albert Adoma scored the header, and he flipping went nuts and ran right towards all the Borough fans. You know what I mean? To show your appreciation for the travelling fans. I'm not particularly sure how many fans are going to be there this Saturday. You guys know I'll be there, and you know Borough Fan TV will be there. I'm really buzzing for this one. I really can't wait for this one. Like, I've never been this excited for an away game in a long time, but don't get me wrong, I get a buzz for every single away game that I go to. Like Aston Villa during the week, I've got a really big buzz up for that one. Even though there's only 11,000 there, Borough fans were fantastic actually at Aston Villa on Tuesday night. I was really impressed by our support. You know, I didn't think there'd be that many there, but I think there was like a minimum of like 500. I tell you what, we outsung them. We absolutely outsung the 11,000. Should say the 11,000 Aston Villa fans. It was absolutely terrific support, to be honest with you. Great performance from the boys as well. Patrick Bamford was just different gravy that night. So yeah, I mean, Bamford, you know, let's see if he features this Saturday. And if he is in my starting 11, we will get to that very soon. But you know what I mean? There's a lot of momentum. There's a lot of momentum in the team at the minute. I think, you know, 4 games unbeaten. They're playing really good football at the minute. You know what I mean? And then we have to look forward to other games coming up. Obviously, we got that nasty draw last night. And I say it's nasty because, as you guys know, I go to all, but if not all, the away games. And to go to Bournemouth, it's a flipping trek, and it's midweek. I think I'm at work at 6 o'clock the next day, so I might have to book a holiday in for it. Because no way I'm going to get back to Middlesbrough by 6 o'clock in the morning, obviously that particular night. But it's about 9 hours away as well. It is a trek on to go to Bournemouth. And if we go and we win, trust me, I'll be partying all night long. Honestly, I'll be jumping all over the place if we lose. I tell you what, I'll be absolutely livid. Travelling 9 hours away from home. I think it could be even further than 9 hours. About 9 hours away. It's like doing a shift at my work, do you know what I mean? It's a long way, that is. Hopefully we can get the win. You know what I mean? You're tracking a 16-hour round trip. Oh, I just thought about that as well. 16-hour round trip. Long way to go to Bournemouth, but you know, everywhere but to go. Hopefully I get to go, you know what I mean, depending on money and whatnot. But yeah, let's say, as for this weekend, well, should I say for that cup game, it's going to be a nasty trip, but hopefully we win. It won't be a nasty trip if we obviously win it. Hopefully we don't get the away day rain, and hopefully we don't get the away day rain to go to Fulham. It was really nice actually on Tuesday night, nice weather, but we have to concentrate on Fulham this Saturday, let's not forget. So, I'll form a bit of paper over. Let's get into the 11. Remember, if your team is different to what I suggest here, to what I think Monk may be able to play, you guys let me know in the comments exactly what your team will be for this weekend. We will start in goal. Randolph. He doesn't get taken out. That guy obviously missed Tuesday night, but I'm guessing he was just getting rested, you know. I think pretty much all the first team got rested except like Fry, Gibson played. Yeah, and I think that was it pretty much. Everyone else pretty much got rested. But it was a terrific performance by Fry and Gibson at the back. Played really well. Sorry, I'm just pulling a bit of paper over. Played really well, but Randolph, he's been fantastic this season. £5 million. And I speak highly of this guy in every preview near enough because he's a fantastic player. You know, he's one of the best goalkeepers I've seen for a long time. Obviously at Middlesbrough. Now, Dimmy I love, but for me, Randolph, you know, he's younger. Dimmy hopefully stays in and around the club when he obviously retires. I would hate to see Dimmy go for good. I'd love to see him in and around the club. But for me, Randolph, when I say best keeper I've seen for a long time, he is, and that's just my opinion. Or you guys may not agree, or you guys maybe hate me right now. But Dimmy, listen, I loved Dimmy when he was here. I probably said the same about Dimmy. Dimmy doesn't play that often. Randolph does, and I love him. I mean, you can't deny the guy's a class goalkeeper, especially for us this season. You know, he's West Ham's #1 last season. For £5 million to take a #1 goalkeeper from the Premier League for £5 million, it's fantastic. And he's really showing his worth here. Like I said the other day, you know, he's one of my players of the season, and we've only just started the season. The guy's fantastic. I rated him really highly when he was at West Ham. I've got a friend who supports West Ham. We both used to talk about Randolph. He was fantastic. So yeah, Randolph stays in the team for me. A back four, it doesn't change from any preview that I've done apart from the Aston Villa one midweek. Starting a right back, it's the man, It's Cyrus Christie again, at least a life on that right. Obviously on that right wing, should say right back, right wing, however you want to put it. The guy is fantastic. He gets forward, takes on the players, never wants to come back. That's what I love about him as well. With the ball, he never wants to turn around the ball. He constantly wants to go forward and try and hold it up on the edge of the box, try and get the cross in the box to create an opportunity. And that's why I love Christie. Then we've got the boys in the middle, the two T-side lads, Fry and Gibson. Them two have been solid at the back for me. Yes, okay, they may have had a little blip against QPR, you know, 2 errors, but, you know what I mean, they're going to put that right. They're more than put that right against Aston Villa on Tuesday night. I don't feel like we will see many mistakes from either of them this season. Left back, he missed Tuesday, he was obviously getting rested. A Friend came in, it looked a bit off the pace, George Friend. I was a bit disappointed in his performance, especially first half. Fabio comes in, obviously we are expecting him all to come back in on, obviously on Saturday. Obviously he's been rested. Fabio for me is fantastic, great at left back. He gets him down the wing. Don't get me wrong, I love George Friend. I'll always love George Friend for him as much as he loves his football club, but Fabio cannot be taken out of his team. He's fantastic. The middle pairing, now hopefully Clayton's back. And I mean, House will put a good shift in. House will put a really good shift in on Tuesday, and I've always slated that guy. And I take back every word now because he was good, man. He was showing his worth. He was just showing kind of player he could be. He was mucking in. He was getting his job done. I really enjoyed watching Houston on Tuesday night. I don't feel like he will play in this game. I feel like we'll be Clayton and Ledbetter. Now, if Clayton's suspension is only for the league, Houston will come back in. But I'm pretty sure it was the league and cup. So if that's the reason he missed Tuesday, comes back in, obviously for this game. My number 10 is Baker. Tavernier, and he was really good the other night. He was really clever the other night. He was a really good footballer. You know, he gets in it. He was getting at the Aston Villa defence. He's creating opportunity, but I feel like Baker will start. And then my front three. Now this is really hard for me because I've got a load of names down in front of me. But he scored 2 at the weekend. I mean, he scored 2 against Villa, and I can't leave him out of this team. I'm really sorry. I can't leave Bamford out of this team. Now, Bamford's my boy, man. I love Bamford. When he re-signed for us, honestly, I felt like Christmas in my bedroom watching, you know what I mean, watching him re-sign for us. Bamford, I cannot leave him out, and I hate seeing him on the wing. But the guy scored 2 against Villa. And maybe he can come off the wing. If you've seen him score headers to get in the box, Bamford goes on the right wing for me. Going through the middle, the main striker is the man who I said I would like to kiss his feet. Aston Balonga, the guy's a fantastic player. Put him up there, and on the left, it's going to be no Stuart Downing, unfortunately. It's going to be Marvin Johnson. 3 attacking players there, 3 pacey players as well at the top. I feel like that team can get the job done. Monk may have a different team to me, but no, I feel like that team there will be able to beat Fulham on Saturday. Now, that's not me being biased. That's me being totally honest with you guys. That team there for me is strong. Fulham are a good team. Bit shaky, you know, the last 5 games. Middlesbrough unbeaten in 4. Momentum has to carry through to this game. Confidence in the dressing room. Confidence in the boys. You know, we've seen last season, you know, players came out and said there was a problem in the dressing room, the whole Spanish-speaking thing. None of that this season. Everyone's getting on the same wavelength. And we look like a team who really means business this season so far. If you guys are going to Fulham, let me know in the comments. I'm going to Fulham. I hope you're going to Fulham. If you're not, remember, listen to the radio, 95 FM. Tune in, sing it out for the lads. Come on, the brother. Let's get the 3 points this Saturday. I'm going there. Long trek down. If you guys are going, please, brother fans, have a safe journey down to Craven Cottage this Saturday. Have a safe journey there. Have a safe journey home. If you get drunk, don't drive. You know what I mean? But you guys take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. And then my review on Saturday in the service station. Up the brother.